Hi, I'm RJ DE VERA. I'm an automotive stylist and product designer. The Forza franchising game is something that's very near and dear to my heart. I started working with Dan Greenwald, the game director, since Forza 1. We did a really cool project where we drove cars in the game one day and then we drove the real cars on the same track the next day, and it was such a phenomenal experience. For Forza 2, I actually worked with game developers to recommend parts that you can use to tune your car in the game. And now here we are, culmination of both of that into Forza 3. I'm super excited, and it's really get into the whole ethos of how you tune a car in real life and being able to do that digitally. Forza 3 is just going to be huge. I mean, out of the box, it ships with 400 cars, and that doesn't even include all the cars they're going to add on later on. And the amount of detail is just phenomenal. I mean, the exteriors, even as little things as lug nuts, they've modeled lug nuts. Can you believe that? You know, they've got full interiors on all 400 cars. They've also done the undercarriage, and when you flip over, you don't get the gray screen. That's pretty insane. I mean, there's just the amount of detail work here. And these are 400 real cars. I mean, it's the cars that you and I tune, it's the cars in the garage, but more than that, it's also the cars that we dream of. It's a chance for everyone to have their dream garage, you know. So all these cars are fully upgradable, 100%. You can customize them, you can paint them, you can drop it on wheels, you can tune out the engine. I can see myself and even, you know, and others out there kind of collecting cars and having their dream garage and then going into that garage and tuning each specific vehicle for even particular things like drag racing or drifting or circuit racing. So this game has tuning, and there's usually two types of guys. The guy that just wants to make their car go faster, and that's what the auto upgrader is for. It's for anyone that just wants to get in and make something like the 370 compete with a GT2 Ferrari and be able to beat it. And that's just cool. But if you're the other type of tuner, the guy that completely understands cars, the physics, the engineering, there's just no other game that comes close to giving you this many options. The livery tool in this game is mind-blowing. I mean, I've been able to create my clean styles with no problem. But I've also seen painters that just get crazy with it. There's just no other game that allows this much customization. One of the cool things about this game is out of the box you can drive a V10 R8. You know, usually you start off in some sort of econo box, but not with Forza 3. You know, they throw you in a supercar, and that's just going to be an amazing experience. Well, Quick Play will just allow you to play any of the 400 cars right off the bat to your heart's desire. If there's something that you want to try and drive, you can instantly do that. So if you love driving cars or just love cars in general, this is just a great playground to do everything that you want to do. Point-to-point racing, drag racing, ovals, drift, or even real-world tracks like Le Mans. And on top of all this amazing stuff, what I think really sets the game apart is Live. And Live just allows you to share all this amazing stuff. And you can download millions of paint jobs or tuning profiles or race each other online. And it'll also allow you to keep the game fresh. Fun for me is anything that has to do with cars. You know, you don't always have to be driving. You could be styling. You don't have to always be styling. You could be tuning. You don't always have to be tuning. You could just be driving. This is the one game that allows me to do all of that. You know, my life just revolves around cars, so this is the game for me.